one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilman Scruggs,
Present.
Councilman Bliss,
Present.
Councilman Harden,
Present.
Councilman Matlock,
Present.
Councilman Evans Warren,
Present.
Councilman Davis,
Present.
Councilman Sims Jr.
Present, Mayor.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. The next thing on the agenda are the minutes for May 26th, a council meeting, May 30th, a special meeting, and June 2nd, a special meeting. Let's do one at a time. May I have a motion to pass the minutes for May 26th?
So moved.
Second, please.
Sims Jr. second.
Roll call.
Councilman Harden,
Yes?
Councilman Bliss,
Yes.
Councilman Scruggs,
Yes.
Councilman Evans Warren,
Yes.
Councilman Matlock,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes, please.
Councilman Sims Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, motion passed.
May I have a motion to pass the minutes for May 30th, special meeting?
For May 26th.
We just passed.
We just did May 26th.
Okay.
So
this
now
is
we're
May
on,
30th.
we're on
Okay,
May 30th. May I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to pass the minutes of special council meeting minutes of Saturday, May 30th, 2026.
That was Mary Davis. May I have a second?
Bliss second.
Roll call.
Councilman Scruggs,
Yes.
Councilman Evans Warren,
Yes.
Councilman Matlock,
Yes.
Councilman Bliss,
Yes.
Councilman Harden,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Sims Jr.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, motion passed for minutes for May 30th.
Thank you. May I have a motion to pass the minutes for June 2nd?
Oh, Sims Jr. Motion to pass for that.
June 2nd, special meeting.
Scruggs, second.
Roll call.
Council Bliss,
Yes.
Council Harden,
Yes.
Council Evans Warren,
Yes.
Council Scruggs,
Yes.
Council Matlock,
Yes.
Council Sims Jr.,
Yes, ma'am.
Council Davis.
Yes, please.
Okay, motion passed for minutes approved for June 2nd, special meeting.
Thank you. The next thing on the agenda, Madam Clerk, do we have any correspondence to report to council?
We would like to talk about the shred day that happened on Saturday. So we did have a really good turnout. A lot of people came through. We do want to give a shout out to the service member Q. He helped us out a lot, and he helped us with the heavy lifting. So it was a smooth process for everyone. So I know that we will have another shred day in September. I'm not sure the date just yet. So just be on the lookout for that. We will post it on the website. We had about 48 cars come in. We took a tally, so it was a good stand-up. And 38 bins were shredded.
Thank you.
So we would have the amount of the weight in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, the next thing on the agenda, department heads. Mayor, may we have your report, please?
Sure. Good evening, Oakwood Village.
Good evening.
So happy to report that the camp is underway. This year, I'd like to come out of the gate and just apologize. We weren't able to communicate to everyone the way we typically do. Before, we used to hang the signs on the mailboxes after the elections. There were a lot of complaints about people hanging things on mailbox. So the service department is no longer doing that. So we did not budget for mass mailing just for camp, but years going forward, we will budget for a mass mailing with camp to make sure that everyone gets notified in their mailbox about camp. So we're going to include going forward the ability to send out a notice about camp well in advance so everyone gets noticed. There's some people that missed it. A lot of people didn't know that it was coming up, but registration now is closed, but we have, Karen can maybe talk more about, there's 52 campers, but we're having a great time. The kids are going to United States tomorrow, and we're looking forward to a great summer. I'd love to report at Central Elementary, Oakwood Reading Corner was a success. We did a pilot month program where our police, fire, and senior volunteers went into the elementary school and read with the children. There were opportunities for the children to go home with their parents and do choice boards where they could do extended learning this was very exciting. Different stories, the police came in and read, the fire came and read, and the seniors were there every week, except for the day they went downtown for Senior Day. But we hope to expand this project with maybe other elementaries, but the principal at Central was very, very cooperative and excited to have Oakwood in the elementary school, so we hope to expand this in hopes of supporting early literacy ratings in the community. So that was a success. That was a pilot. That was a month long. We read to all of the grade levels, and we look forward to expanding that program in the fall. We had our town hall with police. That was a department that showcased last month. We plan to showcase a department every month. If not a department, we'll also have a special guest. That's the last Wednesday of the month, every month, so please come out. You learn different tips and ideas about what the department has going on, and a special guest that's related to that. This month, we're going to talk about data centers and climate action. So if you have any questions or ideas or thoughts about what data centers are, please come out and discuss that. You'll hear more information before data centers start to come to Oakwood. So you'll learn more about what it is. So if there's ever a data center that comes to Oakwood, we'll already be informed about whether or not it's something we want to do here. So it's a really hot topic, and we want you all to be informed. So please come out and let anyone know if they're interested or curious or heard any bad or good things about it, to come out and learn more about data centers. This is the last Wednesday of the month. And that'll end my report. We don't want to go too long. Thank you.
That's okay, thanks, Mayor. The law director is not available. Karen House gave her first report to council as our interim finance director. And Mayor, thank you for your selection. The police would be next, and may we have your report?
Sure, thank you, Madam President.
Captain Freeman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go over a couple things that I went over at the town hall meeting, because there were pretty good summer safety tips and information from the police department. Just a few things, some information. I want to keep going over this July 4th thing, because it's going to be an issue. July 4th, fireworks is only from 8 p.m. to 11. So just make sure you let your residents know, let your family know that we only got 3 hours of fireworks. So the first time we're going to advise the people if they're going outside of the time. We'll advise you the second time you will get cited. So just let your residents know. Another information that we get a lot of calls about is garbage cans. People don't pick the garbage cans up, put them back by the house after the garbage is picked up. I had one resident, they call me every Wednesday morning to let me know that garbage cans ain't not picked up in front of the house. So, you know, make sure, then we gotta go over there and let the residents know. So make sure you guys are telling your residents or people that bring your garbage cans back up front. We all know no parking in the street here in Oakwood Village. If you do park to get the driveway done, you're having people over, just make sure you call the police department, let us know, and we'll grant you parking permission. Another big thing is, with summer vacations and stuff, people do a lot of posting on Facebook, Instagram about, hey, I'm going to California this weekend. Not a good idea to do that, because everybody knows that you're out of town for a week or so. So if you're going to do something like that, I post my vacation pics when I got back home. Okay, so I mean, people are just watching, waiting for you to do something like that, where they know that you won't be at the house. Another tip is lock your doors and your cars, because a lot of these thefts that we get out of the car, they're not breaking your windows out, they're just pulling your handle because you left the door open. And with that being said, we probably had 2 or 3 guns that were stolen out of vehicles just because people are lifting your door handle. And a lot of times it's just kids. So now you leave your gun in the car, kid come through, I'm gonna get some change out the car, they lift it up, and now they got a gun. So take your valuables in the house, your purse, your gun, never leave them in the car. And the last thing is for vacation checks. If you're going out of town for vacation, just give us a call. We have an officer go over every day, check your house out, they walk around, check your doors, make sure no windows are broken or anything like that. So, any questions? Anybody?
I have one, Captain. You talked about the garbage cans, and we've put in newsletters over and over again. This is when you have to have them out, you can have them out, this is when they have to be put away. So there's still not, there's quite a few people that are still not following it. So what did you give, what do we do for,
Well,
I mean, I've talked, I don't want Tommy, Tommy also I have
Yeah.
called,
we
but it's,
just go up there.
it's
and advise
repeaters.
them. We'll
Okay.
advise them, since it's, it's kind of like a community policing thing.
Right.
Be like, hey, go up there, hey, you gotta take your garbage out. We get to meet the resident, talk to them. And then if it's just a constant situation, we will cite them. We can't cite them for that.
Okay.
We haven't done it because it's a garbage can, you know what I
Right,
mean?
I understand.
We have the officers go talk to the residents, and usually they comply, like, oh, okay, I didn't know, or a lot of times, the garbage company won't pick up certain items.
Correct.
You know, and they like, we thought they were gonna pick it up, maybe come the next day, so, if that's the case, then they do have to come down there, get it back into the garbage can and, put it back down the next week. And we haven't cited anybody, we can, but we usually just go talk to the resident, they'll pick it up.
Okay,
Correct.
okay, thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions? Okay.
I
Karen?
do have a question.
Yes.
It's related to what Captain Freeman is talking about, but maybe Tommy, you might be able to answer. What are the reasons that the waste management might not grab your trash, but maybe grab your neighbors? Is there like specific reason they would just leave it there?
Should have the lid closed. Our contract, you only get the one trash can and one recycling can. So you put out more, for years they're picking up, but even after the contract was changed, they still picked up for a long time, but now they're not so much. So if anything other than that, they are picking up one bulk item a week, and they're not even insisting you call in.
Okay.
For our regulations on our calendar, we pass out every December the following year. It's in there, you have to call in, you have a bulk item. But they haven't picked up one bulk item a week if you got a lawn chair or, old basketball hoop or something that one guy can handle. They haven't picked that one item up, just one though. People have put more out than that out, and they won't. I had, later today, I think on Whitetail call, upset because they haven't been picking up her recycling, but she had a homemade recycling can and another recycling can. And she had made a mistake, which we get a lot, they hadn't picked up the recyclables yet.
Right.
So they did, I called the manager, he said they would get the recycling can.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, recreation with Karen Gaither, please.
But activities are up and running, and they're doing well, they're still well attended. Our next event, day trip is Friday, Putin Bay. We had a great time last year, we're looking to have an even better time this year, because we're going at the peak of the season. I have taken over the responsibility of the lunch aid, as of last week, and also a couple of other, things too, concerning the, community center. Tom, our seniors are screaming at me about our bench not being there. They want to take us.
It'll be back, we got new ones and yours will be back, hopefully tomorrow.
Yes, they'll be waiting to go sit up there and have a smoke. after
They need
lunch.
low exercise, they shouldn't be smoking.
All over. Okay. Summer camp is going great. We have a great supervisor, and we have some great counselors as well. And yesterday, we transformed the community center into a play station.
Yeah.
And they also had fun outdoors. We had plenty of snacks. We had a lot of newcomers. And we also had a couple of old comers come back. So right now, camp is looking great. We are I think that's the end of my, that's the end of my report.
All right, thank you.
Any questions?
What time, is it still open to, if I buy tickets tomorrow for Put Bay or not?
Yes,
Do I have it
you
open?
can buy tickets still,
And what was the time on Friday that you were leaving?
7 a.m.
7 a.m., okay. Thank you. I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, any other? Fire Chief Tap?
Thank you, Madam President. Fire-related news, last week we put on a CPR class for some of the village employees. We had about 10 employees show up. Class takes about 2 hours. You get a card at the end of that. You're certified as CPR. I think the class went pretty well. Everybody did very well at it. We're going to be putting on some more classes, so I highly recommend any more village employees that want CPR come to the class. It's very helpful. Everybody should learn how to do it. We'll do definitely a bigger class in the fall for the police. We do another class whenever time these guys slow down for that, and anybody can jump into those classes. But I'll post some other classes, so anybody that's willing to can sign up for that.
You said employees, is it open to the public?
We can put them out for the public, we have never. So I can put something out there, and we'll set up some dates for some public classes if people are interested.
Would you please,
Absolutely.
many, those that took the class, they probably all did by now, but it was a long time ago we had them.
Yeah,
So
put
could
them
you
out,
offer
put
them
a
to the
couple
general
dates
public?
for public classes, and we can set them up. We do a daytime one, and maybe an evening one to catch people at work, and yeah, we'll make that work.
Okay. Maybe in the fall, you think, maybe fall of the year?
We can do it anytime. Whenever Brian's available, he's our instructor. We have 2 instructors that are available all the time, so. But yeah, I'll throw dates
Okay.
out there and people can sign up and we have enough people sign up. We'll put it in class.
All right, just give us enough lead time to advertise.
Yeah, I'll put it up, we can start for the fall, because we give a couple people a couple months to sign up for it.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Chief.
Absolutely.
Service Department, Tom Haba.
Thank you, Madam President. Concerning the trash cans, we have gone out twice in springtime about people, and just like Chief Captain Freeman has been saying, we went to their doors. If we see them, we went to their doors to talk to them nicely. No, never get it. If they didn't come to the doors, we left a note saying, yeah, this is a warning. Don't leave it out there this time, this time, this time. Yeah, that's what we did. And speaking of that, Waste Management, the manager texted me last night saying that you guys called him out for today, so it might not get done, but he called me this morning saying it looked better, but he texted me about an hour and a half ago saying they're still out there, but there's a good chance they may not finish Wright Free area and Hydrate Macedonia area.
I was gonna say that Garden, yeah, Garden wasn't done when I left, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I think they're get to your area, I think, but
Okay.
maybe not just around the corner. And there was broken water main on Richmond and by Forbes last night, and they didn't get out there till today sometime, but on the way here I stopped there, said, you got any time estimate? They said they should finish it tonight, repair it, leave the water market. And that's all I have. Happy to take any questions.
Excuse me, Mayor,
Go
2
ahead.
questions. Does that affect the water,
Quality?
the consumption of the water?
They will probably turn it off momentarily, you know, when they get down digging it up, and but that's just for a short while.
Okay, but I'm saying, do the residents have to be concerned
No,
about?
it should be all right.
Okay, and finally, what is, excuse me, just what is the big tank that's over in Bedford now? What is that a water, what, reserve plant?
In Bedford.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, there's
On
that
Solon
building.
Road.
Oh,
Some-
waste
building
management.
heights. It's Bedford
Yeah,
Heights.
sewer.
I have not seen it. Is it right by, is it by their service department and wastewater plants, or is it across the
Yes.
street from there?
It's across the
It's
street.
across the
It's
street.
Across the street, you know, it was the landscaping place. I have to take a look. I'll drive by there
It's huge,
tomorrow.
it's some kind of water reserve or something, water retention thing. Did you find out what it is?
Sure.
All right, thank you, Mary.
I had just one question. I noticed on Broadway especially, maybe other places too, a lot of our telephone poles are really leaning either left or right. I mean, they're, so how do they come around, or how do we report?
That's
or
up to
do we
them. I
report?
will report to them.
Okay.
It's their decision. Sometimes they'll say that's, you know, it's good enough, it's
It's
stable.
okay, because we're, thinking for the veterans banners or
Yeah.
whatever. We were looking at them and a lot of them are
Yeah,
really
correct.
leaning. Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't know who's,
But I will call them, notify them of that, but I can't make them.
right, I understand. Okay, I didn't know how we do that. All
Hey,
right,
Tommy,
thank you. yeah.
the flowers that we get get from Petiti's, did they donate all the flowers already?
Not,
we have?
we'll probably get a little bit more next Monday, and I'm not sure how many. I reported to you a couple of meetings ago that, you know, we weren't sure how many we got. We got some last Monday, we got some this morning. We got a little bit left from this morning that we're gonna put out around Village Hall tomorrow, and then we're gonna get some more next week. How
Okay.
much, I don't know.
And do we have mulch, fresh mulch to go out?
We will get mulch. Once we want to put flowers in before we mulch.
Okay.
Mulch, and then
I
we'll
mean,
put it-
after you get finished,
But we will mulch.
it.
Broadway and other beds, probably Forbes, but
Okay.
Okay.
Mayor,
One
go
more.
ahead.
The bed, the bed on the, on the corner of Broadway and Garden.
the Dollar General,
No, I'm talking about the one where,
He said it real quick.
Baguki's, Adam Baguki lives.
Yeah.
Right across from Dolphin, that's also.
Yeah, that'll be
you know,
good.
That one, the thistles are this high.
that'll be it, yeah.
Okay, all
And
right.
we did weed that early in spring, but.
Right, I know,
we
that's,
so
okay.
fast with it.
All right, thank you,
This
sir.
is Matlock again. So that bed in front of Dollar
General will
General,
also be-
that belongs to Dollar General? So-
Not necessarily, we think we're just gonna take it out.
Okay.
We had that wall there for 10 years or whatever, it was crumbling, we took it out, it's unsightful, I think we're gonna take it out, try to save the trees if we can right there, but not sure. But, probably take that out and plant grass there.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure because, like you said, and I talked to you about the banners. I think the banners are gonna look really nice.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and take it from Macedonia Road down to Alexander.
Yeah, that's
And
one
then
option.
in front of the city hall, we do have a veteran that gave up a picture that was a POW and he passed. They just found his body. He was a World War II vet. And they buried him in Bedford, like maybe last year, the ceremony, his body came in. We want to place it down. So we want to just make sure for July 4th, because it's the 250th anniversary, that everything is just
Yeah.
looks really good. And why I'm up on that, Channel 19 News, Channel 19 have a Star Spangled Banner program or contest. And my 96-year-old dad is in there singing
Oh, is that right?
for the Star Spangled Banner contest. He can still hold a note. He's 96 years old. He was in the Korean War. During that time, he sung with Vic Damone, entertaining the troops over in Germany.
Wow, yeah.
See, you got
Okay,
a
so he
star.
still have
You
a
got
little
star
bit
there,
of
Oakwood.
voice in him. And it would be nice if everybody could vote for him. Because guess what? If he wins, he goes to Nashville and he gets a recording. And it will be placed and it will be sung on all the radio stations for the 250th anniversary. That would make his day. He's 96 years old and he has one lung from the war. So he still got his pipes
Oh, yeah.
in there. So that was just something
He
that
still
I
has
wanted
his wits
to.
about him.
He
We
still
don't
is.
speak to him much twice a year.
I never would have thought he had lost a lung the way he used to fuss at us. But, you know, it's all, the way he used to fuss at us. But it would be nice to have an Oakwood veteran to win that contest. That's something we would be very proud of. Okay.
Okay, I'll let you go first. and I'll-
Anybody else?
Just a quick question, this is, Scruggs, Councilperson Scruggs. Where we're placing the flowers that we're getting, are they going in areas where we already have irrigation set up?
We tried to do that, but we've had a problem, had a leak at the, at Hawthorne area last year. And, they turned it off, Hawthorne called, turned the leak in the parking lot. We've had that same area a couple times. We had it fixed about a year ago for our company. So we called the company, about a few weeks ago, and their first time they get somebody in is, I think it was late July. So I called another company, but they only went to, check the water, and the water wasn't working right there, so we're held up right there. But we do try to put it where there is irrigation. At the roundabout this year, we planted flowers in the roundabout, because there's irrigation there and at Hawthorne. And that's roughly where we have the irrigation.
My only concern is if we get the flowers with the way that the heat has been, if we're placing them where we're not gonna
Yeah,
water
we
them,
tried, but that's why I
they're
hit
just
the,
gonna die.
yeah, but we're watering, we had a problem with one water truck today, we pulled one of our old tanks off.
Okay,
And we got that one this afternoon, so we're using that tank, which is a bigger tank, which is better, but it's tougher to use, we gotta put it on a dump truck to use it, but, we've been watering them for years.
okay.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Do you know if we still have all those military flags? I know when Gary was here, that we had the old ones.
Yeah,
that
Ms.
were
Matlock
down.
asked us, we
Oh,
do
okay.
have them, but they're kind of worn, but they're not that expensive, and we need new US flags, some new US flags, and we replace it so often, we replace some.
Okay.
We have no problem with those.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect, thank you. Okay,
Any other questions?
thank you. Okay.
There are none. That would be the
Thank you.
last department report. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have an engineer present. Come on, Matt, sorry about that.
No worries, I'm not offended. Good evening, everybody.
Sorry about that.
I'll be quick. Just an update on the active projects. Really right now, the main project that's active is Arcutus. The paving on that project is actually complete, but we still have to have the contractor do restoration. I'll have to go find a walkthrough to make sure everything meets spec. That should all happen hopefully within the next week or two. Try on phase 2, the last item that was left on that was the striping. It was striped this afternoon, so hopefully we'll be able to close that project out. As far as upcoming projects, we have out to bid right now, we have first place phase 2, which will complete the asphalt resurfacing of that road, and that's a CDBG, CDSG funded project. And then also the Garden Hickory basement backup elimination project is currently out to bid, that project being funded by MCIP and also the county sewer fund. So then, upcoming after that, the next project going out to bid will be the 2026 road program, which we are planning to advertise this Friday. That project will be a resurfacing of Millburn, and then also a thin lay resurfacing on Red Fox Trail, Winterberry Crossing, and a very small section of Whitetail Run, the section from Red Fox to Bluebird Cove. Those sections are all paved in the same phase, and they all deteriorated much faster than the rest of that subdivision. And we also were able to include, pending how the bids come out, specs to do the 2 stub ends of Suwannee as well. So hopefully we'll be able to complete those as part of that project this year. We did apply also for funds through the CDBG Special Immunity Grant Program for Weber Park and Blackburn. We still have not heard back on those. Hopefully I'll have news on that at the next meeting or potentially the meeting after that. Those funds would have to be spent either later this year or early in 27. So depending on when we hear back, we'll determine whether or not those would get done this year, early next year, or potentially we have to come up with a way to do it. So that's all I have right now. I'm open for any questions.
I have one, please. Mary Davis, just a question. That Garden Hickory,
Yes.
whatever road,
Yes.
does that qualify for, does it get blacktopped or something, or
No,
Tommy get something on it, or what?
No, this project doesn't impact the pavement at all, so it's strictly a drainage sewer type.
No,
thing.
I'm not talking about the sewer thing. I'm talking about the road, Hickory.
Oh, separately?
That's at the bottom of at the top of your list of the worst.
We would look at that, I mean, not for this year, but we'll look at it, it'll be in the discussion for future years.
Okay, but Tommy, can there be done something to it? I
Not
know it's a
much, just a
washboard.
hole.
Yeah, the whole center is really bad.
Matt, I'm sure you've seen it, Matt.
Yeah.
Talking about alligator a bit, but unless there's
Yeah.
a hole in it, we can't do much with it.
Okay, it's gotta get done, okay, thank you.
Yes,
Any other questions of the engineer?
thanks.
Thank you. Be there none? Reading a statement, it says the floor is now open for comments for village residents. It says, please limit your comments to general comments. Please state your name, address, and you wish to address the record, on the record. And please limit your comments to 5 minutes. So you're welcome to come to the podium.
Thank you, council, for allowing me to work with your council clerks. They have a lot more to learn. They have a lot more, and that's all I'll say about that. Tanya, thank you for doing what you did.
I told
Going on the
everybody.
record.
So we're
You
good.
know,
We're
you
good.
know how relieved this woman is to know that we have those, and we're gonna be good going forward,
Thank you.
okay?
All right.
We need like the crown cutting thing going on, you know, the Olympian kind of.
The tier.
See, we're what?
Pound cake.
Pound cake.
Yes, yes.
Pound.
Yeah.
What do you approve with that?
Duly noted.
Frosting, whipped cream, nothing, huh? You got it. Thank you for council for, you have no idea what that did for me. You have no idea, you never will, I don't think, but thank you. Now we can relax, okay? I felt often I was playing the bully, just because I was so, wait, what? But thank you. You have fixed a great problem. Thank you. I was in the work session when council was entertaining the clerk of courts legislation. My concern is, I know what those clerks do. I know the legal responsibilities they have, the grave legal responsibilities they have, to dot every I, dot every T and dot every I, cross every T. See, I'm so excited I can't talk. Just as a suggestion, I'm not telling council what to do, because I'm just a resident, but just as an option, have the clerk of courts here for full-time for at least 3 or 4 months, so that she has ample time to train I know what she's called, the chief or the deputy. Just from one clerk to another, different job, different responsibilities, the very same, the great responsibilities. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Sharon Macklin. I live on Oak Hill. I don't know who this question would go to, but she was coming, but they took her dad to the hospital, so she had to go register to the hospital. But she's wondering, how come we have all these counselors at this camp and we don't have any female counselors? We have female kids. If a girl have her personal days, these girls aren't gonna go to a guy. We need a female counselor on this camp. We gotta have one. If not now, we gotta have at least one female for these girls, because you have your personal days, and I'm sure they're not gonna go to a guy and say, hey, guess what? They would go to a woman or a girl a little better. And she was coming, she was gonna bring it up, but I told her I would bring it up for her, because she's worried about her granddaughter, what's gonna happen to her if something like that happens, if it's her time of the month or whatever. So I'll tell her that I did talk about it, and if she get one, fine. If she don't, I guess she's gonna find it out on her. But she's just saying she need a female counselor. Yes, dear.
Can I respond?
Most definitely.
So, this is Councilperson Scruggs. Thank you, for bringing this, to our attention. I have, been working and talking with our recreation director, Mrs. Gaither, who is working extremely closely with the counselors, and I was extremely excited to know that we had so many male counselors that were interested in working with our youth, because normally in the school setting you just see females, and we're struggling trying to get the males. And Mrs. Gaither did also share with me her concern about, you know, there's all of these men, what happens when the female has her cycle and she may not feel comfortable. So I let her know that if she would like me to sit down and have that conversation with the male counselors, just to kind of talk to them about what this looks like, and you know what they can be willing to share or help the young ladies with, so it's not so foreign. But the majority of the men that work with kids around the middle school age, they have those opportunities to work with the youth. But also Ms. Gaither can be available as a second person in command to, if the young ladies don't feel comfortable with going to the guy, then Ms. Gaither can be available and on call to kind of work with that young lady specifically.
So what happens if Ms. Gaither's not there and I just can't see these young girls going to a guy? Well, no matter what you talk to these guys about, they'll feel more comfortable with a woman or a girl. I don't care how often you talk to these guys, how much you say to these guys. These are young girls, number one. Number two, they need a woman or a girl that they can trust to go to. Because if it was me, I wouldn't go to a guy. I'm sorry, but I would not go to a guy for my personal needs. And it can even be something else that they want to talk about, that they're not gonna go to a guy. So I'm just saying that I think there's gotta be some room in there for at least one female counselor. It's gotta be somewhere, somehow, you can get one female counselor in this court, in this, camp.
And right now, we might have to just kind of work with the ladies that are there, like Miss Gaither. If she's not available, then I don't know, Mayor, maybe you and I can talk about another staff member that might be available that's within the village, that's working during the camp hours that maybe the young lady could talk to.
So
But I do feel confident that the men, and again, I'm not there with the students, but I do feel confident that the men can either defer if the young lady is not comfortable to another female, and if it's that urgent, the mayor's office is open and there are, all females in that office that we could potentially allow them to talk with a female there, and that's just my thought.
So what happened if they're away? What happened if they're on a trip? I'm not gonna debate this. I'm gonna let her debate it because she's the one. But I don't care what anybody say. I feel there should be one female counselor in this camp. I really do, because I don't care how you go about it, what you say to those men, what you do with those men. These are little girls who's not gonna feel comfortable. Some of them probably don't even feel comfortable going to their dad about it. So why would they trust a stranger? What could it hurt to have one female counselor in this camp? What's the problem with it?
No, it's
So
not
why can't you just put one in there for the girls? So when the girls do have a problem, it could be something else they wanna talk about, they're not gonna go to a man about. But it's gotta be one, at least one you could put in there.
Can we safely say this, Mr. Chair, that you already recognize the problem and that you will make every effort to make certain, especially if they're away, on an away trip, that there's a female available? Can we safely say you'll try to get a female available?
This is Mayor Nicholas, and I will say that the young men, they are phenomenal. And I know that the conversations that I've had with them, they said that the girls are very comfortable talking to them. These are biomedical engineer students. These are young boys that are they are doing amazing things. And I think that they are very mature and intelligent, and we can put feminine products in the bathrooms. And and we can also have, they'll have, similar to what Mayor Gottschalk used to have Girl Talk, a young lady is going to have, it's called Miss Her or something like, I can't remember the name, but she'll be having leadership talks with the girls from, 14 to 16. So if there's someone that hasn't started their cycle or someone who has, I'm thinking any ones that have those issues, they're probably aware of that. If anyone's starting their cycle during the camp, we can have those conversations with the girls about protocols, what to do if necessary. But these young men are very capable, they're intelligent, and they can handle anything.
I understand that, but I don't care what you say. There's going to be girls who's not going to go to a man about her personal problem.
We won't resolve it tonight, but Mayor, can you and the two of you work with Ms. Gaither and make certain that that problem is solved?
And Karen is there for, until 2 at least, so the thing is that Karen is available,
All right.
at least until 2. The camp, they pick the kids up at 4:15. So, we can see if there's some other thing that can be available, but most of the times, those kids
There's a female.
they're very involved, they're having a good time, so.
I'm not doubting they're having a good time. I'm doubting that their personal life, they know these men in the camp, but they don't know these men. That'd be like me being 13 years old and I walk up to Freeman and say, Freeman, guess what? I need.
Well, we don't need those examples. We're good. We're good. All right, we're gonna move on. All right, thank you. All right, we'll try to resolve the issue. Okay? All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Hello. Hello, Council. Jerry Smith, 6714 Chicken Man Road. Can someone speak to, in reference of the clerk report declaring an emergency? I see the definition of what an emergency is in section 3. What qualifies eliminating these positions or making them part-time? Why is this an emergency?
Well, let's read it. An emergency refers to how it is going to be handled.
Section 3 tells what an emergency is.
Yes. Barry, read that. Where we found it?
Section 3 on the bottom page of the first.
Okay.
The bottom of the first page.
This ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of the inhabitants of the village. The reason for the emergency being the need for efficiency and economically perform the duties of the court's office. So it's to make the change immediately for what reasons? For the efficiency and the economically expedient purposes of the change.
Well, why is that an emergency? Why can't you have a normal reasons? What makes that an emergency?
So your question is, your suggestion is that the emergency clause be removed? Is that your suggestion?
Well, I am suggesting that, but I'm more asking.
The reason was written by the attorney, so that, I can't defend that, but I'm asking, now that we agree that that is the definition, are you suggesting that the emergency clause be removed?
Yes.
Thank you, all right. Anything else before I move on to, and we'll come back to that. Okay, thank you. There's a young lady stepping up.
I just wanted to, I'm sure you're aware of it now. My name is Lucretia Maloney on 25704 Tryon Road, directly across from vacant property that is dilapidated and looking like East Cleveland right about now. I actually got a chance to speak with me and my neighbor right next to me, the Wind. We filled out complaints for the property. I actually caught the building inspector over there because I've been calling and leaving messages, but kind of got transferred. I know I talked to the service department. They can't do anything until it's kind of been officially put towards them to do something after the building department do their part. But the grass, that building transferred probably August, September. They pulled everything off the house, from inside the house, and left it in the yard for the past 7-8 months now. That building transfer property is about August. End of August, when the land sold next to it, the building transferred and they moved out. They started rehabbing the house and they left it as is.
I think I asked a question about that. That's the house next door to, I'm your council person in Ward 3. And that house, I talked to the building manager regarding that home because it has a lot of debris on the outside. The grass is growing and I was asking him questions about, is the home in a foreclosure now because it transferred?
Yes, it did. I saw
And
that.
no one now was in that home. Is that home vacant? Because I had a couple of, and I was talking to him about it because I had a couple of people or individuals who were interested in purchasing the home and then redoing it. And the person who's purchasing it, they want to move in it. They used to live in Oakwood. They want to move back. But the grass, I was gonna ask Tommy about the grass, and you're just getting around to cutting grass. Because I noticed you just cut the grass next to my dad's
Well, if I
house.
can interject. for 1
You know that grass is right next to that brand new house that's being built, okay?
second. Yeah, the house is being worked on.
Right. The grass situation, can we get that?
Just so you know, Mr. Stevens, he emailed me today because we can't cut the grass until he gets the notices out.
Okay.
And just so he was on it, and we mentioned it to him a little while back, that one, and we're scared to go in there with all the stuff, the siding
Yes,
stuff on the
right.
ground. He emailed us today, I've spoken to the owner at 25823 Tryon, informed me that the debris will be fixed up this week and the grass will be cut. I have a follow-up with him on 6/11/26.
You try to get that place, yeah.
I did issue violations for grass and debris.
I'm looking forward to this. I work from home and I look out my window and see it every
And you
single
see
day.
it, because it's been a while that they stripped the house and left all the junk on the outside, and I was also on them, and there's
the house
another.
open. The garage
The-
door has been open.
The windows are open,
The whole
everything.
building. The
I
whole
thought
house
they
is
were
built.
gonna tear it down. I thought they were gonna tear the house down.
Me too. And then they left, disappeared, and nothing else.
Right, they disappeared, but I heard the house was in a foreclosure, so I don't know, and that's what I was asking the, building manager about, was that home, he was supposed to do some follow-up work for me.
Okay, well, I will leave
You
these
can,
at the end of the.
oh, you can leave them to me, you can leave them to her. you can
And then
leave
I'm
them-
looking forward to that.
I'll give you some
Thank you.
feedback on it,
Thank you.
okay? Alright.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
If I may, Chair.
Yes.
Excuse me, residents, I have to depart, but if you have anything you'd like to say to me or speak to me, I have resident drop-in hours tomorrow from 3 to 5, or you can call and make any time to set up an appointment. But I apologize if you have to leave right now.
Thank you.
Mayor, do you have a moment though, before you go?
I have to go right now.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other questions? We'll go back to, Barry, we'll go back to your issue. Anybody else? Okay, if there's no other questions from the audience, we're gonna close the floor. But now, the attorney is not here. The question from the resident is that the emergency ordinance, the emergency clause is affixed to this legislation, and it has been given a number for the record. We're talking about 2026-50. Again, I'll repeat, section 3, it describes what that it is an emergency clause, and it has been given an immediate preservation of the peace, health, safety, and welfare of the inhabitants of the village, as described by the attorney. So, does anyone on council have any input on why you made it an emergency clause? Or is that just?
Well, I did not request that that the legislation was an emergency. That's how our legal counsel wrote it up. But it was not requested that way.
I think, Sims Jr., although, well, I'll just state that most of our legislation is introduced with emergency by, again, our legal counsel. So that's just something we will have to follow up with legal counsel to understand in depth.
But, and then after, when you have emergency legislation, it gets signed and effective within 24 hours. Just say, if it has, it goes, the council president signs, it goes to the mayor, she signs. If she doesn't sign, within 24 hours, it becomes effective. Okay, unless she vetoes. If she vetoes, then we have to decide whether we want to make any adjustments to it or whether we want to override that veto. But regular legislation, the difference is 10 days instead of 24 hours.
And
So,
it is the sort of the norm that it's made an emergency because of most things have an immediate impact on the village one way or another. So where's Barry? So please take the podium again, please. So as a resident and knowing knowing the issue, what is your request? What are you saying?
I think I was just asking for a position that's been around for so many years. I mean, do we just lose a bunch of money or something? Did we just lose a big business or something? Why is this particular piece of legislation an emergency? It seemed like it's something that can go through normal reading and,
It's not that big a difference in the number of days though. So 10 days versus 24 hours. If you want it changed, that's not a problem. If you would feel more comfortable with it being regular legislation, that's not a
does it go through
problem.
more than one reading if it's regular?
It might even go through more than one regular,
Yeah.
more than one reading tonight.
It could be suspended either way, correct?
Yes, whether it's on an emergency clause or not. The issue, the process is this. Once it's on the agenda, be it an emergency or not, it can be voted on the first time we see it, the second time we see it, the third time we see it, we have to make a decision to either pass it, fail it, or table it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
There's a question.
Simpson,
Wait,
so
wait,
are
wait.
you asking why we're making the decision of this position? Is that your question?
No, his question was, why do we have the emergency clause? Let's stay clear, so we don't go off on different tangents. The question is, why is it given an emergency clause? The answer was read to him, and he responded.
But I do think
Hold on,
he wanted
hold
to.
on, madam. The chair recognized, Councilperson Evans. Let's keep it in order.
Okay.
Evans is speaking.
Okay, I do want to explain the fact that it's multifactorial, how we came to that decision. Okay, we recently signed an FOP contract, so the police got 8% increases over a 3-year period. That impacts revenue and the budget. Other things that affected that were, we made other cuts as well. So we're in the middle of an audit. We haven't gotten the results of the audit yet. There's 2 audits, one regular audit, one forensic audit. That's been going on for over a year. So even within the finance department, we were down to 1 individual working in that department. So questions that we posed as council members were not being responded to in a timely manner. We need to know our state of finances before we make a decision. So when things are like that up in the air, you have to take precautions to make sure things are balanced. And so we started looking in areas that could be cut. They used to have mayor's court there. They don't have mayor's court anymore. When they came in for budget readings, we had asked about, just for example, we had asked about cross-training. We were told, and cross-training is not the reason for the cuts, but that's one of the issues that came up, is that we said, are you willing to cross-train? And the response was, we don't need to cross-train. Well, you want to make sure all employees are used efficiently. And if they can go and help in another department, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that was something else that came up. Also, it was reported at that meeting that one of the employees, when they go on vacation, they were asked, do you have coverage or whatever? She said she didn't need coverage. She said she can take a vacation for 2 weeks or whatever, and when she comes back, it'll sit there until she comes back. So that tells us that the volume is low. Time management is slow. And so all these things, and other things that were reported as well, but all those things came into play. And we were told more than once, and this is over the past year or 2, that mayor's court does not produce a lot of revenue. It wasn't worth it. So if it's not worth it, you used to do it, you don't have to do it anymore. What are you doing with those hours? Okay, so all those things came into play in that decision.
But Barry, I want to say something. These positions right here, To me, it was a kicking the can down the road. When we first started looking in this 2 years ago, the questions was asked about the clerks, you know, like their roles, their job roles or whatever. And I did go out and I asked a couple of people. First one I asked was Golf Chop about their roles here. Because when I came, you know how you can come in and you could look and you could see where your waste is at, okay? That was one department, and I did get it from Golf Top. He said, well, yeah, they can go down to a person. I also checked with some other individuals, okay, about the department, and they said they really didn't need 2 people in that department. Now this is 2 years ago. This is when we first found out that a lot of things were going on in the village, and we went under that audit. Okay, that's what got us to digging up into different things, pay ordinance and stuff, and finding out a lot of stuff was outdated. All right, so now is the time. The mayor has passed, but now it's the time. We have been finding a lot of things, a lot of changes that need to be made in this village. We need to bring them up to date. They're all archonic. 1951, and you know things has changed since then. We just need to get it up to date. We need to capture the time, and I always said 8 days work for 8 days, 8 hours work for 8 hours pay. Okay, a lot of positions are here. Some of them could have been consolidated. Okay, some of them can't now. It could either go into part-time, it could go whatever. We're a small village, very small. This was just one of the positions right now that they're just going to finally act on. They've been acting on this position now for basically, I'm going to say, honestly, almost 2 years. But now I've seen today they finally executing, okay, and doing what they need to do. But I don't think it's at full. They may put it on the first read, whatever tonight, and go over because some recommendations were made. Eventually that job do need to be faded out. And however they're going to fade it out, then it still needs to go. Rather it's now or the beginning of the year. But they'll make a choice. Like now they said part-time. One of the residents said do it for full-time for whatever period and then phase it out. And I am too. If we're training other people or other individuals, you know, do it, but phase it out at the first of the year. Okay, by that time, if there's any other positions that's opened up inside of the in the community, then they can always move into that position. That's it.
Okay.
Any questions? We have closed the floor. May I ask why?
I thought you opened it back up to talk about the...
Go ahead.
No,
I
we
only
didn't.
opened it up to Barry because we wanted to finish. But go
No,
ahead.
So,
Just you. Just
Yes.
make it,
Thank
give
you,
you 2
Councilwoman.
minutes. Let's go.
Joe Fouché,
All right.
Council President, Councilwoman mentioned 2 issues. One, she said when it was presented, it was not a rush. And that was something that the law director implemented. Second thing she talked about was not making any kind of rush decisions until you've had all the financial information. Admittedly, you don't have that financial information yet. Another council person mentioned that there were past practices of applying the emergency clause to the legislation, which doesn't necessarily make it right.
Right.
The legislative process calls for 3 readings, and there's a reason for that, so that there can be open dialogue with the community. You can vet what the issues are.
But did you hear her response that we can remove that? And we can, that's being considered. Go ahead.
You consider removing the emergency
That is
clause?
correct.
And-
That's what I heard.
And so, although I'm not speaking for Mr. Smith, I'm hoping that you remove the emergency clause so that it can be discussed and have some type of dialogue. I don't know what dialogue there's been with the administration and also with the police department to look at what that volume flow looks like throughout the year. You know, maybe there will be additional tickets written. What will happen if their ticket volume increases? And making a rush decision on those kind of decisions might might not be to the best benefit of the village and possibly a detriment to the village.
You got it. Thank you for your comments.
Also, Jill, consideration would be made for employees who work part-time, who want more hours, who are already working. So you don't just keep one employee full-time whose hours are not filled,
Right.
when you have others who could cross-train. Okay?
Comment too?
Certainly, let the record show
Yeah,
that
Councilman Bliss.
Councilperson Bliss is speaking.
Yeah, when I heard the comment, I kind of unpacked it into two sections. And we talked a lot about the position itself for fellow council people, but what I originally thought I heard was the process. And if you look at the process of council and our legislative history, we do pass a significant amount of legislation suspending the rules and because of the emergency session. I mean, I just counted 4 in our packet in front of us today. So I think it's a good point that we may want to consider as we move forward is 3 readings is the standard kind of operating procedure, but I think that process-wise, everything is not perhaps an emergency. Now, when the hailstorm hit and my wife's car got messed up, that was an emergency for me. But I just think that legislatively, it's something we can consider. We got some good feedback, and I took the process part away from the position. The position's a deeper discussion, budgets and FOP contracts and other things that we're analyzing. But from a process standpoint, every piece of legislation isn't an emergency. I mean, that's just what I wanted to share, so.
There's Mr. Sims is speaking.
I withdraw.
He withdrew his comment. I'm hearing from the constituents that there is a question if in fact we can remove the emergency clause. So, is there a motion to remove the emergency clause?
I make the motion to move the.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bliss?
Yes.
Okay, Councilman Flood?
Yes.
Councilman Harden?
Yes?
Councilman Matlock?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes, please.
Councilman Sims Junior, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Motion to remove the clause. Motion to remove the emergency clause.
Okay, so that is passed. All right. Did I close the floor for public comment? Let's see where we are. Okay, it's time to go into legislation. The law director is not here. So I will read the legislation. I'm reading 202650, and it reads as follows. An ordinance recognizing the clerk of court's office and declaring an emergency. Whereas the Oakwood Mayor's Court no longer hears cases and operates only as a violations bureau, which has significantly decreased the workload of the clerk of court's office, and whereas given the foregoing change and other economic developments, council finds it necessary to reorganize the positions authorized in the clerk of court's office. Now therefore be it resolved by the council of the village of Oakwood, County of Cuyahoga, State of Ohio, Section 1. Did we not vote to change the effective date?
Yes,
we did.
it was
Okay,
amended.
so it was
Section
amended.
1 was
As
effective.
amended, Madam Clerk, effective August 1st, 2026.
Correct.
The clerk of court's position is reclassified as part-time for the clerk to work a maximum 20 hours per week through December 31st of 2026, after which the position shall be abolished. Section 2, effective January 1st, 2027, the position of Chief Deputy Clerk of the Oakwood Mayor's Court shall be retitled Mayor's Court Clerk, and shall perform all duties presently performed by the clerk of courts and assistant clerk of court. And it was amended to remove the emergency clause. Okay? So, what I just, the ordinance that I just read, it goes on to say, provided it receives 2/3 of the vote of all of the members of council, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its adoption by this court and approved by the mayor, otherwise from and after the earliest period allowed by law. Okay, so that, I read it without the emergency clause.
Okay.
So,
Can I say something?
certainly.
The mayor gave me a piece of paper. I guess she had an emergency, she had to leave. And she gave me a piece of paper from the two ladies in their clerk of courts. And I guess they wanted me to read this, if you guys don't object to it.
No, go ahead.
Let the record show all of council is agreeing to this letter being read into the record.
To the honorable members of Oakwood Village Council from the Oakwood Mayor's Court. The clerk and deputy clerk would like to thank council for its guidance for the need to cross-train in the mayor's court. This would be highly beneficial and efficient in maintaining the court. This would guarantee continuous operation. We have started cross-training on numerous things such as reports requested from the FBI and the defendant's records and emails requests. We have also started the overall duties related to the clerk of court's position. The clerk and deputy clerk humbly and with respect to the Oakwood Village Council would like to share some reasons why the court would require to have 2 full-time employees to carry out an efficient operation. The first one would be no checks and balances. No one to help clarify problems that randomly come up. No one to assist with phone calls. Not able to answer emails in a timely manner related to the defendant's concerns. Case backload of transfers not being transferred in a timely manner. No one to proofread certain data pertaining to court information. Also, having a deputy clerk and clerk would ensure having the necessary coverage if someone is on vacation, sick leave, or in case of emergencies. Once again, we would like to thank the council for its due diligence in meeting the Ohio Revised Code to keeping the mayor's court operational and efficient. We would like to ask council to give the mayor's court until the end of the year to revisit and put in place by ensuring and securing personnel needs of this operation. Thank you. That was from Oakwood Mayor's Court.
And it's signed by whom?
It just says thank you. I'm assuming this is coming from Devon Jones and Carolyn Jones.
But it's not signed.
No, it just says thank you.
It has been read into the record. I'm now asking for a motion to suspend the rules.
My first question would be, first thing may I ask, I'm sorry, but is our ordinance number going to be the same as the work session?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, just to
That
make sure it was the
happened to be
same.
a coincidence.
Right, okay, I just want to make sure because it had, okay, thank you.
Is there a second?
Second, Evans.
Okay, Councilman Sims Jr.
Can I have a quick comment on the motion?
Who did you just ask? Hold on.
I'm asking Council President. There's a motion and a second.
There's a motion and a second.
So is there a question on the motion?
Here I go.
Okay.
Is there a question on the motion? Go ahead.
Councilman Bliss.
Councilman Bliss.
So the vote right now is to suspend the rules so that we can use the emergency provision to
No.
get this passed tonight? No.
That's gone.
Okay.
The emergency clause has been removed, and the emergency clause relates to how it's processed,
24 hours.
okay?
10 days.
So will there be successive readings of this then?
If you don't suspend the rules, it's a successive reading.
Okay, got it. That's what I wanted to be clear about. Okay.
No problem.
And we're voting to suspend the rules right now.
Correct.
I vote, and it's on Bliss.
Yes, Bliss.
No.
Scruggs. Councilman Scruggs.
Yes.
Councilman Evans Warren.
Yes.
Councilman Medlock.
No.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Harden.
Yes. if the rules were not suspended. So this is a first reading. Okay. Say it again?
I didn't vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. Councilman Sims Jr.
I thought I heard it.
No, he didn't, somebody else took his.
Okay, so this is first reading.
First reading.
Yes, ma'am. All right? And I don't normally do this, but Barry, did we complete your request?
Yes.
All right, so,
As much as I can keep up with suspending of the rules, yes.
okay. So because we I have no problem explaining, because we suspended the rules, it did not pass. It's on a first reading. The way the process goes, at the next meeting, we can approve it or not. So that was number one tonight. This is number one. At the second meeting, we can approve it or not. We'll read it again. It's called a second reading. Then we're gonna read it a third time if it doesn't pass. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
So we can either table it on a second reading, we can pass it or fail it. If we don't table it, it goes to a third reading, in which time we can pass it, fail it, or table it. Okay? All right, so I think what your objective was to give it, send it through the whole process.
Yes.
All right, so that was accomplished. Yes, ma'am.
And so, just so you're straight, don't think that 2 weeks later is going to be the second reading. Because they can call a council meeting for Friday, that could be reading number 2. And they can call a council meeting for Monday. And
It's
that could
posted.
be reading number 3, and you won't know, and the ordinance will pass. So don't think it's 2 weeks between.
No, that's false information.
Because it is not.
Okay, Ms. Harden, that's false
Hold on.
information.
Hold on,
False information being
Yes,
hold on.
please.
Shall I give you an example?
No,
No.
we're not going down that little road today. There's, since the comment was made, who would like to respond?
Sims Jr., you won't be misinformed or not informed at all. It will be posted, whether our website, I believe, are we still doing that at Sam's Club? Or is-
No, it's just students' purpose.
Yeah, just our website, but you will be informed, so that
It's
you can
posted.
attend that meeting. So the fact that you won't, understand or, you won't get that information is totally misinformation. Just to state that for the record.
Okay, no more comments from the audience, no more back and forth, no.
I'm going motion, sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, wait,
I thought we were gonna have a little,
wait a minute, Tommy, what did I miss, Tommy?
after the last meeting, you said we were having an executive session.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, you want to go in executive session? I'm sorry, I apologize.
That's okay.
I apologize. Okay, what is about to happen for those that don't come that often, and I see 2 faces that I'm just, thank you for coming. Before we adjourn, if there's something that the council wants to discuss that is confidential, involved, and there has to be a reason for it, and we have to read into the minutes. Madam Clerk, would you pull the different things regarding employment?
For
That
executive
particular
session.
verbiage.
The verbiage for executive session.
Yes, ma'am. It has to be specific, and we have to only deal with those topics in executive session. Other than that, all comments and meetings, when there's more than 4 of us together, we cannot have discussion on village business. So if you see 4 or 5 of them sitting in the restaurant, see what they're doing. All right, so please stay until we can get the, because we are going to executive session, and when we come out, we will not conduct any other public business. But you're welcome to stay if you want, but we're not gonna talk about anything else after our executive session. But before we go in, I have to have the verbiage.
Okay, executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employee or official.
That is the purpose of our meeting. We're going in executive session. We're going to ask everyone that's not involved in that meeting, please leave the chambers, and thank you for coming.
I make a motion to go in executive session.
Here's the motion to go into executive
Second.
session.
Second.
Roll call.